This game you see right here was made with zero coding. Let me explain how. There's no denying that game development is hard, and it can be really overwhelming for a beginner who just doesn't know where to start. I've been making games for over a year now, and let's just say I'm a slow learner.
You stupid.
But it's finally paying off, and now people are asking me for advice for making games of their own. So today I'm going to be showing you this brand new app that helps beginners make games by eliminating all code and providing a bunch of tutorials. And I was even able to make a game on my phone while I was on vacation. Now, what is this new app, and what makes it so special? Well, first off, the app is called Soba, and it's created by a group of developers who are trying to make game creation way more accessible by bringing it to mobile and offering an ability to make fun games without needing to code. But my favorite part of the app is the fact that it can actually introduce you into the world of coding with its easily understandable nodes. And these nodes secretly teach you the foundations to all coding languages. Before we dive too deep into what's possible on this app, let me talk about how to install it. Soba is still in an early stage of development, so it is not fully released on the App Store or the Play Store. So in order to install it, you will need to go to the Soba website linked in the description and join the alpha waitlist. When signing up, you should use the code E4X61 to be placed higher on the waiting list. Now once you finish creating your account, you'll be taken to this homepage where you can play other people's games. Soba has a similar concept to Roblox, where users can both create and play games. The reason I like Soba is because with Soba you're able to make games from your phone, which you can't do with Roblox, and the games are actually really good quality. Let me join one of the games to show you an example of what people are already making with this app. Alright, so this game is called City Rush, and the objective is to grab boxes around the city and carry them to the delivery truck. Every time you bring a box, your score counter goes up by 1. I like this game because the city looks amazing, and the boxes are placed in ways that force you to explore the map and find ways to climb up the tallest buildings. Okay, so now that you know what users are creating, let's go ahead and make a game of our own. After going back to the home page, you want to click on this button that says Create on the bottom right of the screen. After this, you'll get a list of what games you have created, but if you're new to this, you won't see any of the games. So you'll click this new button here to create a new game. From here, you'll have the choice of either starting from scratch or picking a template that the developers have created for you. I would suggest looking through the templates to see how the games were created. Now you should be seeing this creator workspace. This is where you can make all of the changes to your game. On the right side, we have all the buildings and decorations that you can just drag onto the map of your game. There's also a bunch of features like scaling, duplicating, and behaviors. Behaviors basically replace the functionality of scripts. To add a behavior to a part, click on the hexagon on the bottom left of the screen. Then you can click on Add Behavior. This is where you can add nodes, which basically replace the scripting that you would normally need to do on any other game engine. To add a node, just click on the plus button and select one of the inputs. For this example, I'm going to do the on collision with player node. Next, I'm going to add a node that connects to the player, and I'm going to launch them upwards. I'm also going to change the impulse from 5 to 50 to make them launch higher. So now if we go back to the main workspace, we should see that there's a behavior connected to the object. And if we test the game and touch the part, we get launched up into the air like a trampoline. Speaking of trampolines, if you're not wanting to use the nodes, there are plenty of items provided in the side menu that already contain behaviors. For example, there's a trampoline that does the same thing as the block we made. Now you may not have realized it, but you just learned the basics of coding. With these two nodes, we created an input and an output. The input is the player touching the part, and the output is launching the player into the air. Another example of this is how when the player touches one of the coins, the coin disappears and the score counter goes up by 1. Learning these basic functions can help you learn your first coding language when you're ready to take the next step into more advanced game development. Let's go ahead and close this game and open up a fresh new project from scratch so we can make our own custom game. For my game, I'm going to be recreating a popular game called Only Up.
It's literally not letting me go anywhere.
I can't hit anything!
I'm on an invisible wall right now. I actually can't control myself.
Only Up has a really simple concept where the players travel only upwards with the goal of reaching the top. I chose this because I've been playing a lot of the games on Soba and they all feel small, so I thought I'd give the player some more space to travel around. The first thing I did was add walls around the base of the map so the player doesn't jump off, and then I just started spamming things for the player to travel up. Once I got tired of placing things, I moved the finished part up to the top so that when the player reaches this point, they win the game. When testing the game, I was really impressed with how clean the game was, even though I didn't put much work into it. I can only imagine imagine what games will be produced by people who put lots of time into it. Make sure to send me the games that you guys make with this app. Now that our game is done, it's time to publish it for you guys to play for yourselves. Click on the menu in the top left, and then you should be able to create a custom thumbnail and title for your game. After that, you just click publish, and Soba will take care of the rest. Now if we go back to the main screen and search for our game, it's already published. Let's go ahead and play our game. So we were able to make a high quality game in a short period of time with zero coding required. I know that game development can sound really scary to a lot of people because of how much time and knowledge is required, but Soba helps to reduce both of those. Our shout out from last video goes to AddusWorld1597. If you're still watching the video, comment 10k hype and include your Soba username for a chance to be shouted out in my next video. I hope you use Soba to begin your journey of creating your dream game, and if you do install it, make sure to give the developers feedback in the Discord server or their website because they're working hard to polish the game and fix any bugs. Please be kind to them because the game is still in the works, so not everything functions perfect. And if you guys enjoyed the video, then I think you'd enjoy this one because YouTube claims it's the best pick for you for my channel.